So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the July 12th, 2022 meeting of the Calvert County Board of Commissioners. At this time, I'd like to ask Pastor Kendall if he would come forward to give us an invocation. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Pastor.
Let's pray. Our Father and our God, we are grateful to come before you this morning to acknowledge you as our sovereign Lord. We are thankful for this opportunity to gather together to conduct the business of this county and of this community. God, I pray your blessing on the county commissioners. I pray your blessing on those who are recognized today in the business that takes place. I thank you for all that you've done for this community, for this state, for this country. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor Kendall, and Pastor Kendall comes to us today from Friendship Community Baptist Church. We appreciate it. Next item on the agenda, if I can talk, is to approve the agenda. Are there any corrections or additions to the agenda?
Move to approve, Mr. President.
I think we have one item that needs to be deleted. That's item 1 under old business. So if you could amend your motion.
Sure,
please, sir.
absolutely. I'd like to approve and adopt the agenda as amended. The amendment would be to omit the Fleet Fuel Card Pilot Program, WEX Fuel Card.
Second?
Thank you. So I have a motion and a second that we approve the agenda with an amendment to remove old business item number 1. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. So public service announcement, the main thing that's going on right now is early voting started last Thursday. There are 3 locations in Calvert County, the Southern Community Center in Lusby, the old Duke Building in Prince Frederick, and Fairview Library. There's a site you can vote. We have 3 more days, today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and voting closes at 8 or 9 p.m. on Thursday night. Just for your information, turnout has been very low. There are no waits. If there has been, it's been an anomaly. So please make sure you vote either this week or next Tuesday. Today is the last day to request a mail-in ballot. So today you need to get that done. And just please exercise your right to vote. So that's all I have under public service announcements. Next item on the agenda is proclamations. The first one we have today is Northern High School Wrestling State Champion, Commissioner Hart.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And we do have people in the audience.
Well, good morning. Is there anybody here, coaches or, yes, please come on up, introduce yourself. Oh, no, introduce yourself at the mic and then come on up.
Hi, my name's Brianna Holcomb.
You can adjust that.
Yeah,
Squeeze it, yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
yeah.
Hi, I'm Emma
Brianna,
Harmon.
come on up. Good morning. How you doing? I know it seems scary, but good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, I'm Coach Battle. I'm the head coach of the wrestling program at Northern High School.
Good morning, sir. Okay. Anything you want to say?
Oh, yeah, I'll say it after you read that.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Welcome.
Well, good morning and welcome. So, tell us a little bit of what was some of the funnest things about this thing? Or were you scared the whole time, or did you know you had it, or?
I mean, I feel like we knew we had it because we trained together all the time. So just hard work on the back and do something.
That's it. I like that. That's it. I used to work for a guy who used to say, the money you make today is the work you did yesterday. So like you said, hard work, that's awesome. Well, once again, good morning. Thank you for being here. It says, whereas the youth of Calvert County represent our most treasured resource. And whereas the personal achievements, accomplishments, and service of these young citizens deserve the recognition and praise of their elders. Mr. President,
Yeah,
I have two. See if I just have
Holcomb,
I apologize.
yeah. We should have proclamation for each.
Is this the second one?
Yeah.
Is
Yes,
this Emma?
Yeah,
So these are together?
yeah.
Okay, I do apologize, so.
Yeah.
I have them listed separate.
Okay, we'll get it right.
Thanks,
We're
Mr.
getting back into
Sorry.
speed here, so. All right, well, it says, whereas Brianna Holcomb, a junior from Northern High School, won the 2021-22 Maryland Public Secondary School Athletic Association MPSSAA Championship for wrestling in the 125 class. And whereas during the 21-22 school year, Brianna also won the 3A South Region Championship, placed first place in the girls 127 to 134 division at the 20th Annual War on the Shore, like that, wrestling tournament, and received honorable mention by the Washington Post for their 21-22 winter all-meet wrestling. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners wishes to pay tribute to Brianna's dedication, many long hours of practice, and exemplary performance and accomplishments, now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that congratulates and best wishes for continued success, and hereby extended to Brianna Holcomb on her many athletic achievements. Be it further proclaimed that by this action we have faith in the ability of today's youth as they assume their roles in society, given our hands and seal this 12th day, July 22nd. That one right there. Okay, all right. Some of this is a little redundant, but whereas the youth of Calvert County represent our most treasured resource, and personal achievements, accomplishments, and service to these young citizens deserve recognition and praise of their elders. Whereas Emma Hardman, a freshman, so we're going to see you for the next 3 years, from Northern High School, won the 21-22 Maryland Public Secondary School Athletic Association MPSSAA Championship for wrestling in the 120-pound class. And whereas during the 21-22 school year, Emma also won the 3A South Region Championship, as well as placing third in the girls 122 to 128 division at the 20th annual, you gotta say, War on the Shore wrestling, like those old commercials, you know. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners wishes to pay tribute to Emma's dedication, many long hours of practice, exemplary performance, and accomplishments. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that congratulates and best wishes for continued success, and hereby extended to Emma Hardman on her many athletic achievements. Be it further proclaimed that by this action we have faith in the ability of today's youth as they assume their roles in society, given under our hands and sealed this 12th day, July 22.
Okay, as he stated, Emma is the 2022 Maryland State Champion, 3A South Region Champion. She also placed third at the War on the Shore Wrestling Tournament. And she is also the 2022 Long Island Jiu-Jitsu Champion. So
Oh, wow.
congratulations.
That's awesome. Can you demonstrate on Kelly real quick?
Well, she was hard looking when you got too close.
I know.
So a little bit about Emma. In the regional championship, she secured a 2-point reversal with 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left in the match to win 12-11. So she won the region tournament 12-11. Very exciting. And then in the state championship match, it got even more exciting for us as a coach, as a coaching staff. She scored a takedown with 23 seconds left in the match to secure a 2-0 lead. And then she very strategically ran around the mat after giving the opponent a one-point escape. She ran around the mat to secure that 2-1 victory. And that's the kind of that's the kind of stuff that she paid attention to in the room in the practice session. So it was very exciting, very exciting. Okay, so on to Bree. Bree's resume is a little bit long, but bear with me. She's a 2022 state champion. She's a 2022 3A South Region champion. She's the girls division 2022 War on the Shore wrestling champion. She is Washington Post All-Met honorable mention. She is a 2022 North American Grappling Association world champion.
Wow.
She's a world champion. And in that event, she won 3 gold medals. She won the age weight gi, that's a belt, right? Gi division, the non-gi division, and the women's gi division. She is the 2022 Pan American gold medalist in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She is the 2021 world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 2 medals. She is the 2021 Pan American Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, 2 medals, 2 gold medals. She is the 2022 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion.
That is incredible.
I could use some help on Tuesdays with these 5.
A great job, girls.
Give her 2, Mike.
Could you show us some moves on Mike? He's
He's
almost your weight group. Closer than Kelly. So.
You can kind of scooch in a little bit. Get everybody in for a photo. Go in 1, 2, one more, 1, 2. Great, congratulations.
So is that like Gracie Brothers? Is that the same as like the Gracie Brothers stuff that they did?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome stuff. I've watched that on
You're
the.
gonna stay upright.
Congratulations again.
We're done.
Oh, you're gonna.
How many times up?
All right.
Wow, that is so impressive.
Thanks for just throwing me under.
Well, I wasn't gonna throw myself
Let's see where
under.
we are as friends now.
So, next item on the agenda is Huntington High School Shot Put State Championship. Commissioner Gadway.
Thank you, Commissioner President. Huntingtown, come on up. Go ahead,
I'm Adam Zatanik.
and you could raise that up if you needed to.
Hi, Valerie Coffey, head track coach.
Jim Hall, assistant track coach. And we're joined today by our activity director, Hassan Gross.
Thank you, thank you. And thank you for pronouncing your last name so I know how to say it. Remind me not to arm wrestle you or something like that. I see here that, how heavy is a shot put that you were using? 12 pounds? And how far did you throw it?
This was the state championship, I did 54 something.
54 feet? That's phenomenal. Wouldn't want to go bowling with you either. Okay. Well, you wouldn't have to actually make it onto the wood. You could probably just chuck it down at the pins, right? All right. Coaches, would you like to say anything?
I don't know what the proclamation reads. Adam was named first team All-Met sometime recently. Unfortunately, we're not joined by Aiden Walker, who also is a state champion in the discus. He's not here this morning. It was my privilege to coach those gentlemen for 4 years. The state championship, I know Coach Battle had some interesting stories about the wrestlers. At the state championship, Aiden threw 153 feet 11 inches. Adam threw 153 10. So by an inch.
That's on javelin?
No, in
Discus.
discus.
Discus, okay.
And for Aiden, that was somewhat poetic justice because the year before he had lost the discus championship by 2 inches.
Oh, wow.
So both the young men are moving on to the next level. Adam doesn't keep his hair this way normally, but Adam will be reporting to the prep school for the U.S. Naval Academy, which we will attend.
Hey, all right.
And Aiden has received a scholarship and is accepted to the University of Maryland at Baltimore City, so UMBC.
Cool.
Congratulations.
By any chance, did he turn down the Coast Guard?
No, the Coast Guard recipient, she actually left last week.
Commissioner Gadway was in the
Coast
Coast Guard.
Guard.
And that was Miss Layton, by the way,
Right, right.
who is left for the Coast Guard.
Right,
But
right.
we'll deal with that another day. All right. Whereas the youth of Calvert County represent our most treasured resource, and whereas the personal achievements, accomplishments, and service of these young citizens deserve the recognition and praise of their elders, and whereas Adam Zatanek of Huntingtown High School won the 2021-2022 Maryland Public Secondary School Athletic Association MPSSAA 3A State Track and Field Shot Put. And whereas Adam was the MPSSAA 3A South Region Track and Field Shot Put Champion and the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference Track and Field Shot Put Champion. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners wishes to pay tribute to Adam's dedication, many long hours of practice, exemplary performance, and accomplishments. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the County Commissioners of Calvert County that congratulations and best wishes for continued success are hereby extended to Adam Zatanek on the many athletic achievements. Be it further proclaimed that by this action, we have the faith and the ability of today's youth as they assume their roles in society. Given under our hands and sealed this 12th day of July, 2022, signed by all commissioners. And may I add, congratulations on your appointment up the road.
Grab one here and then make some space for buddy, can we get you scooted? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations, young man. Thank you for your service.
By the way, just so you know, I have a former athlete who was in the military in San Diego who will be accepting a nomination. Yeah, yeah.
Here's Steve. No, they're going to wait here for that.
Oh.
We're hanging out for this one.
Athletic Director, my good friend, I would say old friend, but could you come up and accept in absentia, please, sir?
Follow the rules. Sean Gross, Athletic Director, Huntingtown High School.
Whereas the youth of Calvert County represent our most treasured resource, and whereas the personal achievements, accomplishments, and service of these young citizens deserve the recognition and praise of their elders, and whereas Aiden Walker from Huntingtown High School won the 2021-2022 Maryland Public Secondary School Athletic Association MPSSAA 3A State Track and Field Discus. And whereas Aiden was the MPSSAA 3A South Region Track and Field Discus Champion and the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference Track and Field Discus Champion. And whereas the Board of County Commissioners wishes to pay tribute to Aiden's dedication, many long hours of practice, exemplary performance, and accomplishments. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that congratulations and best wishes for continued success are hereby extended to Aiden Walker on his many athletic achievements. Be it further proclaimed that, by this action, we have faith in the ability of today's youth as they assume their roles in society. Given under our hands and sealed this 12th day of July, 2022. Congratulations, Aiden.
One, two, three. One more. One, two, three. Awesome.
I can kill some time. So the next item on the agenda is the last proclamation of the day, and it's for Maryland Buy Local Week. So I know we have some representatives from the community here. If you want to come up and introduce yourselves, and don't be shy.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name's Rachel Dean, and I'm the secretary for the Calvert County Watermen's Association.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Good morning. I'm Debbie Jones. I'm here representing the Calvert County Farmers Market Association.
Welcome.
Good morning, I'm Susie Gibson, and I'm here representing the Calvert County Farm Bureau.
Good morning. I'm Erin Farley with Calvert Health Community Wellness, representing the market that we have at Calvert Health.
Mackenzie Orange. I'm here representing Calvert Health Community Wellness as well, and we host Farmers Market.
And I'm John Hartline, Executive Director of Tri-County Council and representing SMATIC, which is a division of the Tri-County Council. Thank you.
So good morning, everybody. Welcome. So this is always my favorite thing to do all year long. We do Buy Local Week. Most of you know my history, my background, and Director Oberg sitting out there. And, I think it was my administration in the state that we started this. Technically, it started in Southern Maryland, and when I went to the state, I stole it. And we made it a state celebration of agriculture because we were so lucky to live in an area with such bounty. You can, this time of year, you can shop and get anything you want that was grown or harvested locally. We have, so many wonderful watermen out there catching crabs and fish and providing those. And we have farmers markets where you can get meats and produce. And, it's just such a wonderful thing. And it supports the local community, helps agriculture, helps our farms. When I was secretary, we'd have, because of the Buy Local movement, we actually saw first generation farmers start because of the opportunity to make a living off the land. And it was very rewarding to see that because we went through several decades where we were losing farmers. There just wasn't profitability in the farms. And so I want to give credit to the Buy Local movement for saving a lot of farms. And we have people in this county who didn't grow up on farms that today are operating farms and are able to exist because of this opportunity to sell retail and get the full profit from the produce that they provide. So I want to thank all these representatives for coming here today, and I have a proclamation to read. Whereas Calvert County agriculture, aquaculture, forestry, and wild harvest watermen provide high-quality, locally grown and harvested products. And whereas local farmers, foresters, and watermen link the past to the present and are vital to the county's economy, environment, and quality of life. And whereas support for Calvert County's local producers and harvesters is found through its citizens' desire to retain our farmland and waterways, and through their choice to purchase fresh, locally grown, and harvested produce and various meats, which contribute to higher nutrition, better taste, less waste, and less pollution. And whereas Calvert County is committed to promoting local agricultural enterprise and calls upon all citizens to choose products produced and harvested in the region's farmlands and waterways each day, but especially during the last full week of July. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Calvert County that the week of July 22nd through the 31st, 2022 be known as Buy Local Week in Calvert County. Be it further proclaimed that we encourage all citizens to be mindful of the role our local farmers, foresters, and watermen play in their lives and to buy local whenever possible, given on our hands and sealed this 12th day of July 2022, signed by all five. So I want to take this opportunity also. You can go to the Calvert County Ag website. It'll show you where all the farmers markets are, when they operate, so you can get out. I think this afternoon we're going to make a little visit up to Calvert Health to the farmers market. But there's lots of farmers markets around the county. There are local farm stands. There's a lot of opportunity out here to make it really easy for our citizens to buy fresh, local, nutritious produce and meats and help our economy and our local farmers and producers. So again, I want to thank all of you for coming in today. Does anybody want to say anything?
Yes. Of course I can't, not say something. So I just want to, thank you for the proclamation. Want to thank SMATIC for the help that they give for the buy local as well as for the money market. We match the SNAP money at 3 of the markets. And actually during Buy Local Week, they get an extra $5 if they participate that week. So very good program. We've had a lot of response this year, which is great. Very happy to see that. And so this week, this year, instead of bringing you guys a basket, we're going to make you guys come on the 26th if you want to pick up your basket. So I've created little tickets for you guys to come see us on the 26th, and we will have a basket for you. So, thank you. All right. Anybody else? And actually, I would be remiss if I didn't, thank Aaron and Mackenzie for all of their help at the Calvert Health. Just promoting that, helping, during the pandemic, they were phenomenal. So we were able to keep going during the pandemic because of them. So, thank you.
All right, we're going to get a picture.
Just stand up here. Yeah.
We have to scooch in.
I think we're, can we do that? Sure.
Here's your work. Here's your work. Ready for a basket every day? Sorry.
You didn't bring any lunch today.
There you go.
Awesome. Let's scooch in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. See you this morning.
I don't know what they did. This is 154 and I stunk. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Take care. The other reason it's my favorite proclamation is because we usually get something good to eat. That don't happen very often. So, next item on the agenda, we're too early. Or I could,
Want to do the appointments?
yes, we can do appointments.
Okay. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Commissioners. Linda Vassallo, Deputy County Administrator. We have one appointment this morning for the Calvert County Commission for Women. And staff is requesting that you appoint Diana Wharton and Amber Yates to the commission. You will have 4 vacancies remaining after the appointment today, and we just wanted to remind you that they also have 3 associate positions that have been appointed that don't require commissioner approval. They are Leila Boyler, Alicia Sepsi, and Sherry Tardio. So your appointment today is for Diana Wharton and Amber Yates.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that we appoint Diana Wharton and Amber Yates to the Commission for Women. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. So the next item on the agenda is a public hearing from Department of Community Resources, Ms. Ptolemy. Good to see you.
Mr. President,
What?
I'd like to recuse myself due to possible or perceived conflict.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm here today to read the memo for the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, grant amendment and FY23 budget adjustment number 003. Background: Calvert County government was invited by the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development to apply for Emergency Rental Assistance Program funds. The associated grant amendment is presented to the Board of County Commissioners for review and discussion at this time. To date, via an agreement dated March 28, 2022, the Board of County Commissioners has received $1,239,878 for ERAP 2, which is emergency rental. These funds enable the county to provide rental assistance, utility assistance, and other housing-related financial assistance, as well as housing stability services to people who are homeless or at risk for being homeless in accordance with the terms and conditions of the agreement. Discussion. The Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development has awarded the BOCC an additional $850,000 in emergency rental assistance to eligible households. To implement this program, the associated grant amendment needs to be signed and forwarded back to the DHCD. Due to the amount of the grant funding involved under Section 5-103 of the Code of Local Laws of Calvert County, a budget adjustment with a public hearing and a resolution is required by the BOCC. Budget Adjustment 003 and related grant amendment documents have been reviewed for legal sufficiency by the County Attorney's Office. Notice of the hearing was advertised in the Calvert Recorder and the Southern Maryland Voice for 2 prior consecutive weeks. There is no fiscal impact. There is no match required. The county does provide in-kind administrative support for this project. Conclusion recommendation: the Department of Community Resources requests that the BOCC hold a public hearing, accept public comment, move to close the record, approve and adopt the resolution enacting FY 2023 Budget Adjustment 003, and authorize the board president to sign the attached grant amendment, any corresponding subrecipient agreements and amendments that are necessary once the grant is approved by DHCD. So again, my name's Lisa Ptolemy. I'm the Community Resource Specialist for Community Resources. Today's hearing for the purpose of opening the record for public comment on the budget adjustment to accept additional grant funding from Department of Housing and Community Development for the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. The county has adopted guidelines for conduct at public hearings as detailed in Resolution 6-89. This hearing will be executed in compliance with that resolution. The hearing has been duly advertised. A sign-in sheet has been left, provided for speakers, and is located to the left behind me. Are there any speakers? There are no speakers at this time. So, I get to skip a whole bunch. I see that there are no comments. We ask that you close the record and request approval of the budget adjustment. At your pleasure.
Thank you. Any questions? Motions?
Yes, Mr. President. I make a motion to close the record, approve and adopt the resolution enacting fiscal year 2023 budget adjustment number 003, and authorize the board president to sign the attached grant amendment, any corresponding subrecipient agreements and amendments that are necessary once the grant is approved by DHCD.
Second.
Have a motion and a second that we close the record, approve and adopt the resolution enacting FY 2023 budget adjustment 003, and authorize the board president to sign the attached grant amendment, any corresponding subrecipient agreements and amendments that are necessary once the grant is approved by DHCD. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So just as a reminder out there to the public, we have a lot of assistance. As you see, we've given out a lot of assistance. We still have financial assistance for rental, utilities. Any issues that you may have, reach out to Community Resources and they will do their best to help you. So there should be no issue where someone gets evicted for lack of paying their rent, and they should
No.
not have their utilities cut off. So please, reach out if you need assistance.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
So the next item on the agenda is new business, Department of Planning and Zoning and the Department of Technology Services. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Mary Beth Cook, Director of Planning and Zoning.
Stephen Pereira, Acting Director of Technology Services.
Good morning.
So we're here today to request a budget adjustment. The Department of Planning and Zoning and the Department of Technology Services are in the process of implementing a new software called DigiPlan, which allows concurrent permit and application reviews by multiple internal and external organizations, which will thereby increase the efficiency and reduce the application time. Planning and Zoning and Technology Services are requesting to increase the capital improvement project, land management and implementation accounts, and decrease two accounts outlined below so that funds are available to move forward with the implementation of this software. So we'll be moving money from the Planning and Zoning Contracted Services, $26,195, and from the Planning Commission Contracted Services, $100,000. There will be no fiscal impact for this action, and staff recommends that the Commissioners approve the FY 2022 budget adjustment number 390 for $126,195. Do you have any questions?
So we're doing this to expedite service for
We
permit
are.
review.
Yes, so that the review can actually occur in our permit tracking system. Instead of having to take the document out, do the review, put it back in, it'll all occur within the system.
So can somebody submit their applications online to start the process?
Currently, we only accept residential permits online. We are working for the commercial and hope that to have that implemented before the end of the year.
So if a citizen needed a permit to build a shed or something, they can do that online
They can.
24/7?
Yes. They
Excellent.
do have to call, and I believe there's an account number they have to be able to do so. But yes, you can apply and pay for online.
So, do you have to go, like, should the average citizen go in, open up an account so that
I
they
think you
have
can
it?
make a call to do that. And certainly, they can go on and enter all their information. If they have any problems, we have people that, if they just call either planning and zoning or inspections or permits, they'll walk them through it.
And then once they've opened the account, then the next time they go to apply, that all that information's saved and everything?
Yes.
Perfect.
Very good.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to approve budget adjustment BA 390 in the amount of $126,195 as recommended by staff.
Second?
A motion and a second to approve budget adjustment BA 390 in the amount of $126,195 as recommended by staff. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is the consent items. There are three. Number one, Department of Public Safety Joint Memorandum of Understanding with Commandant Naval District of Washington for routing of 911 calls. Item two, Department of Community Resources FY 23 CCFN Agreement, Calvert County Health Department, home visiting hybrid for high-risk moms. Item three, Department of Community Resources FY 23 CCFN Agreement, Calvert County Public Schools, home visiting hybrid for high-risk moms. Are there any objections to the items listed as consent? Hearing none, those items will be adopted as presented. We are down to public comment.
Good morning. The board adopted a resolution in 1989, intending to maintain the order and the form of the governmental process. A copy is found here on your right. The Ethics Commission has asked that we remind speakers of public comment that lobbyists include those who seek to influence public policy, and lobbyists must register in advance. The floor has been open for public comment from persons in the meeting room.
Pam?
Take your button off.
So if you're talking, you can just talk over.
Is it going? Okay. Should I start? I'll start again, just for the record.
Oh, right.
So Pam, before you do that, someone has texted in that they tried to call in to make public comment on our public hearing, and they could not get through.
It said that I'm sitting here dialing number 9 and no one recognized me to make a public comment on the budget adjustment.
And I don't see it. I have the Zoom up, and I don't see that anyone called in, so I don't know what that difficulty may have been, unfortunately.
Maybe he could
He could,
call in for public comment, maybe?
yes,
Now, yeah.
Okay.
if it's.
Caller 2803, we're ready to take your comments.
I just wanted to, good morning, my name is Joe Cormier.
Excuse-
in Owings,
I
Maryland.
have to finish.
I want to give my support for the budget adjustment. I have COVID right now, and 0 out of 10, I don't recommend it for anybody. So anyone who needs that assistance, because they can't work right now, and needs rental assistance is great. I am a little concerned as a taxpayer if that is going to artificially inflate rental prices, because people aren't paying market value if they can't pay market value. But again, I think anyone who needs assistance should get assistance. So thank you for getting that $2 million from the state. That's my public comment for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we'll add Mr. Cormiel's comments to the public record for the public hearing for the budget adjustment.
Thank you.
That's okay.
I'll start that again. All righty. The board adopted a resolution in 1989 intending to maintain the order and decorum of the governmental process. The copy is found here to my right. The Ethics Commission has asked that we remind speakers at public comment that lobbyists include those who seek to influence public policy, and lobbyists must register in advance. The floor has been open for public comment from persons in the meeting room who may begin making their way to the microphone, then those joining virtually. All speakers must identify themselves and whether speaking as an individual, where you will be allocated 2 minutes, or as the designated representative of a group, where you will be allocated 5 minutes. For those attending virtually, if you wish to speak, please press *9 or use the raise your hand function. Virtual speakers will be identified by the last 4 digits of their phone number or screen name and unmuted one at a time. If necessary, you may unmute yourself by pressing *6. I'm not sure if this is the same caller who spoke a few moments ago. It says that there we have one caller on Zoom with their hand raised, last 4 digits, 2803.
Caller 2803, we are ready to take your comments.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Joseph Cormier in Owings, Maryland. I just want to publicly thank the Commissioners for signing that LGBT proclamation. I'm a little disappointed that the social media team hasn't found time to post that when they have time to post everything else. When you all signed those anti-mask letters for the school system, that was posted with no delay. It seems like some of you aren't very proud that you signed that, and if you aren't, you should say so. For those of you who are running for office and you're candidates and you have public-facing social media pages, you should not block constituents who are bringing up things to you. Mr. Gadway takes no problem crowing at every opportunity that the Board of Education limits public comment to 10 speakers, but has no problem blocking people from his public-facing social media. And I think that's a violation of First Amendment of the Constitution. So that's disappointing. I hope everyone takes their opportunity to vote in the primary and in general. And again, all students are deserving of acclamation, and, we should be proud of our kids for being who they are. So thank you so much and have a great day.
At this moment, there are no other speakers.
And I don't see any additional speakers in the audience.
Thank you. The last item on the agenda is Commissioner reports. Commissioner Hart?
Thank you, Mr. President. July 4th, there was a Region of the Flag ceremony down Solomons, which was very nice. Myself, Commissioner Hans, Commissioner Gadway were down there. We also, same of us, went to Amory Gardens and had their art in bloom. Very nice. Love going down there to do so many different things. Last night, was invited to the Republican leaders of Calvert for their meeting. That was very well attended, very nice. Saturday, Solomon's Firehouse had their town hall meeting discussing their firehouse building. Myself, Commissioner Gadway was at that. And on a fun note, Commissioner Weems and Todd Ireland, you like this. Class of 84 and 85 had their reunion. So an 84 classmate asked me to come and crash that, so I was close and I went down there. And why I bring it up is it's so cool. It's been so many years, you know, since we were there. And of course, Calvert High is not the same Calvert that it was, you know, it was tore down and new. But to see so many old friends, to see so many people, and growing up in a small town where, you know, it's just like you never left. You know, you just pick right up with these folks and get talking, and boy, it was just really neat to reminisce back. And nobody looked the same as they did on the badges, though. You know, they're like, "You remember me?" And I'm like, "Well, I remember that guy, but I don't know who that guy is right there. But the badge says it's the same." So that was really cool, and I'll always treasure that. I know I've never lived in a big city, so I don't know how it is there, but I know here that's really special. So that's all I got.
Thank you. Commissioner McConkey?
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Commissioner Gadway?
Thank you, sir. As it stands right now, if you're new to watching this channel on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We're at 967 subscribers toward our 1,000-person goal. I did have a chance to attend a ribbon cutting at the Railway Museum, as well as all the other functions that Commissioner Hart mentioned. He was there as well, but had a great time at that. The Railway Museum at Chesapeake Beach, it's one of the only ones in the state. It really is nice to go through there. The revamp that they did, the remodeling is top-notch. The Independence Day on the 4th, Independence Day, we're the oldest representative democracy in the history of the world, 246 years. 4 years from this month, we'll be celebrating 250 years of that, hopefully. Look forward to that. The Garden Blooms at Anne Marie Gardens fundraiser, as well as the Sportsman's Club fundraiser, two great organizations in the county. If you did not have the opportunity to go to either of those fundraisers, they still are accepting donations at both, so feel free to reach out to the organizations. They do a lot for the community. While Election Day is Tuesday the 19th, I encourage everybody to come out. If you happen to be in the area this afternoon of the Southern Community Center, from noon to 5:30 today, you can get a twofer. You can go in and vote, and thanks to the American Legion, you can donate blood. So please consider. Thank you.
Mr. Weems?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. I just want to basically convey to the electorate how important it is to vote. And this morning, Gail Hatfield said that there's a wait time dashboard. And in essence, we have a new early voting dashboard to show the wait time at each vote center. Wait times are updated hourly by staff at each center. View the dashboard on our website at calvertcountymaryland.gov/early voting dashboard. And I just want to, as someone who is not coming back, congratulate in advance those who will be moving forward in November, and thank all candidates for their time and effort.
Thank you, Commissioner Weems. So as Commissioner Hart mentioned, we did a flag raising ceremony in Solomons on the 4th of July, and it was very well attended. There was probably 50 people there that day. So it's a very nice service. making sure everybody remembers what we're celebrating on Independence Day. And as we've all talked about it during this meeting, we're in the middle of early voting for the primary. It's very important that you vote. Turnout's been pretty low so far, which is a little surprising based on the races that are happening. So early voting ends on Thursday at 8 or 9 o'clock. I can never remember that for some reason. There's 3 locations: the Southern Community Center, the Prince Frederick Duke Building, and Fairview Library in the north. So please take every opportunity. Gail did tell us that this year they have mailed out over 8,000 mail-in ballots, which is significantly higher than in the past. So those ballots have to be postmarked by the 19th to have them counted. She also told us that the final count this year will probably not be available until July 29th. So for any races that are close, it's going to be probably the 29th before we may know the final outcomes. The good news there is that after the 29th, a lot of these signs are going to come down. And Calvert County will start to look like Calvert County again. So it's been quite the election season this year. I don't think I've ever seen as many signs in Calvert County as I've seen this year. And if you've been to vote at the early voting centers, it's just crazy. I saw a patch of grass the other day, and I said, somebody needs to put a sign up because I can actually see some grass. It's just crazy. So, but signs don't vote, people do. So you all need to make sure you exercise your right to vote and have your say in how this county's future is formed. The last item I'll touch on is we gave a proclamation earlier for Buy Local Week. Here in Calvert County, we are so blessed to have great producers and live in an area that produces so many great items, and we encourage you not just during Buy Local Week, which is the 22nd through the 29th, that you all summer long support. And in the winter, you support our watermen and our producers that produce meat products. So much helps the economy, keeps our rural community rural, keeps those farms profitable, which means there's less likely for them to become developed. So there are so many benefits, and you know where your food came from and how it was raised. So please, you can go to the Calvert County Ag website. It will tell you where those farmers markets are and also provide a list of producers that you can reach out to individually to fulfill your needs. So that's all I have. Just please vote. Commissioner Weems, I believe you have a motion for me.
I do, but prior to, Mr. President, if I may be bold enough to see if there's anyone else for public comment. I know Mr. Souza just came in. I'm not certain, sir. I'm being presumptuous.
You're right. We got done a little early today, so Mr. Souza, if you have a public comment, we will take that.
I do, with your permission, I'd like to
Good.
give some statements to you.
Please.
Absolutely.
These, by the way, are a correction to something that I sent to you earlier. This time I hope to use this microphone correctly. Thank you. Commissioners, thank you for this opportunity to address you. I'm Leonard Souza, live in Solomons, and I'm speaking on behalf of myself. I'm here to express my support for your questions during the June 28th work sessions. Adopting the Phase 2 expansion of Prince Frederick without the detailed APFO's assessments you recommended could have resulted in traffic gridlock and large-scale sewage overflows. I'd also like to address Calvert officials' responses to your question whether water would be adequate for new residences. While the answers you got were factually correct, namely that Calvert officials had consulted state agencies, they were misleading because they did not include all the facts you need for informed decisions. Number one, only 27% of Calvert residences are on public water. That leaves 73% of Calvert residences on public wells. You need to protect water for all residents in the county, not just those on public water. Second, state officials based their opinion that water supply would be adequate for new residences through 2040. However, new permit approvals here have exceeded the number of residences projected by state officials. We could reach the projected 2040 level of residences this year or next. Third point, the 2020 census revealed a high rate of growth in Charles and St. Mary's counties from 2010 to 2020. Because we share aquifers, that growth could put Calvert's water in jeopardy. Last point, the Maryland Geological Survey conducted its last groundwater flow model in 2007. prior to the population surge in our region. In view of these facts, no county or state official can assure you that we will receive adequate water until the state conducts a new survey of local aquifers. That's my message, sirs, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just want to say that, we schedule these meetings and we have appropriate times for when we think we're going to get to items. Sometimes we move quicker than we anticipate, and sometimes we move slower than we anticipate. So therefore, if someone shows up, and we're near the end, we will allow you to make your comments because we understand. And sorry for any inconvenience for anybody that may show up even later and we're done, but it's just the way this works. So thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Weems?
Yes, sir, Mr. President. I'd like to make a motion to recess to executive session pursuant to 3-305B1I to discuss the appointment of appointees over whom it has jurisdiction.
Second?
I have a motion and second that we move into executive session. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you.
And